Welcome to the final episode of ICW Toxic for 2021. Holy final for a sold out crowd of 3,600 people in the Foxwoods Resort Casino. We start off the show with Brian Danielson doing a nice little promo, that's similar to the stuff we talked about last week. And then instead of Tanahashi, it's Jonathan Gresham and Sean Waltman. Waltman, he's following Gresham. He doesn't really know why Gresham's come out here. He's just following him. And then he says that up front. He's like, hi, Danielson. I don't know why Gresham wanted to interrupt you here. And Gresham takes the mic out of Waltman's hands. He's like, I want to face you, Ryan. I want to face you next week. Champion versus champion at New Year's Revolution. Come on. You say you can't find anyone to fight. I'm offering the challenge. I've probably been more dominant as champion if you have been. So if you want to prove that you're the better champion, I suggest take me up on my offer. And then before Danielson answers, Gresham leaves the ring and Waltman, you can see he's apologising to Danielson before exiting the ring and then chasing Gresham. Gresham has been more, independent as of late. He hasn't cared much about Waltman as much as he did beforehand. So, and then now he's challenged for world champion into a champion v champion match. And Danielson didn't even accept the challenge. It just happened. They made a 53. The opening contest: Myron Reed versus Ring of Honor champion Rush. In about that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but didn't have much heat. Myron Reed defeated Rush in 13:02 by pinfall with a Skywalker. Myron Reed gained a performance of a 54, Rush with a 45. Rush was inconsistent. And nice little opening contest helped boost Reed. Rush is kinda. Who's he? Next segment, the reign of 45. In a bout that didn't have much heat and turbo wrestling, Alex Shelley defeated the returning Brian Myers, who had a mild concussion for the last month, and Cheeseburger in 13:35 when Alex Shelley submitted Cheeseburger with a Border City stretch. He carried the match in terms of aiming performance, getting a 52, Brian Myers getting a 39, and Cheeseburger getting a 30. Both Myers and Shelley were inconsistent. Post-match after the break, technically it's a different segment. Alex Shelley is in the back, he's walking away, he has the towel, wiping off the sweat. But Trey Miguel finally catches him. He wasn't in the ring last week. He shows on his phone, he's been trying to contact Alex. Alex has just been ghosting him for the last couple of weeks. He wants to know why. And Shelley gives the reasoning of he was ashamed with himself. He felt that he was responsible for the loss of the pay-per-view, and him walking out was because he didn't want Trey to look at the failure that he was. And the reason why he's wrestled that last week and this week in singles match because he wants to try to prove to himself that he still had what it takes since he's been winning, so this is something. And then Trey takes him fair. So okay, I understand that. You didn't have to, ghost me. I thought, it's like you were pissed at me for something. And then Trey was like, no, you're good. And then, they embrace in a hug. And then it's all good. It's all good. Alex Shelley's just doubting himself, Segment of 41. Next segment of 58, Samoa Joe is backstage. He's talking to someone, like Jeff Cobb starts shouting something from off screen. Joe turns around and Jeff Cobb gets right up into his face. The stuff he's talking about, he just wants to get the match. Joe didn't answer him last week. He's calling Joe a pussy, saying, if you went against me again, you would lose. And Joe starts pushing back, it's like, you really want to lose again? I'll happily give it to you. And then there's more people get in the way of them before they start coming to blows, and then, Joe accepts the match next week. However, Joe says, in order to further humiliate you, let's up the ante a little bit. Let's do a last man standing match. Then Cobb's like, yeah, sure, I'll kick your ass. Doesn't matter when. Doesn't matter what. So now it's gonna be a last man standing. Woo. Did you just love how fast this has to be booked because of the short time frame I gave myself? Yeah. Simulating. Oh, these people are off screen. Simulating off 39. We have come across Ross Von Erich, who is found laid out backstage. I wonder who it could be. Who could have possibly done this? Ah! He's found unconscious backstage. Marshall Barnett finds him. He's like, oh shit. Oh shit. He calls over a referee. A referee that comes with a medical professional. They check on Ross Von Erich. Because who could have done this? I wonder who. Who could have done this? Cheeky grin. Segment of 65 in a decent match. Silver defeated Willie Mack in 12:30 by pinfall with a silver bullet. Silver getting an in-ring performance of a 71. Willie Mack getting an in-ring performance of a 47. They have great chemistry and it showed in their performance. That's nice. Nice little bonus thing. They have great chemistry. It's not just good chemistry. They have great chemistry. There's a match, that elevates Silver a little bit more, he hasn't been on the best track recently. Mainly because, due to the next segment, 55, Silver, you can see he's a little agitated by something. He says, I promised I would beat Danielson, and I failed twice. And then Danielson says he can be the best in the world, the greatest champion, then next week, he's not even defending the title. I think that Danielson should be defending his title next week. And quite honestly, I think he should be defending against me. Christopher Daniels should not have gotten that title shot. And look where he is now. Not here. He's gone. He's a free agent. He's probably off, thinking about retirement and shit. When I should have been here, I'm younger, I'm better. I should have gotten that title shot. And I wasn't given what I deserved. And he thinks he deserves it, even though he failed. Multiple times. Strickland took a rate of 48. El Generico's music hit, the crowd starting to go, ole, ole, ole. And it's Shane Strickland wearing like a very shitty replica of El Generico's mask, mocking his entrance, being very much over the top. And as he gets to the ring, he tries to, jump in the ring very cool like, and then he pretends that, he broke his leg for a few seconds. It's kind of similar to Great RKO doing the DX entrance, by just mocking them, like, very much. Kind of like that. And then he grabs the mic, and he accepts the kind of challenge El Generico gave to him. He would love to humiliate that little bitch who think he can get in between the business of the investment. Woobity 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 woo. Woobity woo. The reign of 55 in a decent match, Minoru Suzuki defeated Timothy Thatcher in 9:55 by pinfall with a rear naked choke. Timothy Thatcher has kind of been kind of equivalent to Minoru Suzuki, and then Suzuki comes in and takes him out in under 10 minutes. Minoru Suzuki getting a 53, Thatcher with a 55. Suzuki was really off his game, which shows he could have done better. And he was penalised for inconsistency. Main event time. Here's main event time. Main event match at least. Second rate of 67, the old reliable Danielson versus Chris Hero. In a battle that had good heat, a good wrestling, and a decent reaction from the crowd, Bryan Danielson defeated Chris Hero in 16:57 by submission with a label lock. Danielson getting an in-ring performance of a 78. Hero getting an in-ring performance of a 55. And penalized for poor announcing. Why? Because Josh Matthews is shit! At least in this game. Basically, another match, you know, show Brian as a great wrestler, obviously. And then post-match, you know, he grabs the mic and says, "So I was challenged by Gresham. He interrupted me. Got a lot of guts. Pretty impressive for, you know, for what he was. And then Silver technically challenged me. You know, I shouldn't admit. I mean, Silver, he lost to me once and lost the opportunity to face me again. I don't really think I should give him the world title shot. So I'll take up Gresham on his offer. I'll face him next week in a champion versus champion match. But also, because I am the greatest wrestler on this planet, because I don't back down from a challenge, I'll face you as well, Silver, for the world title. I'll face both of you at once in a triple threat. How about that? And I can prove that not only I'm the best champion, but I'm just the best wrestler in the damn company. And then he drops the mic and then he leaves. And that ends the show. Overall of a 62! Get in. Overall of a 62, usual show notes, popularity stuff, just hasn't changed in forever. Up next will be ICW Toxic Special New Year's episode, New Year's Revolution, which will be interesting. We have Danielson versus Gresham versus Silver. We have El Generico versus Shane Strickland. We might still have the Von Erichs versus The Investment. We have Samoa Joe versus Jeff Cobb in a last man standing match. We'll probably have extra matches because it's a special like edition of the show. We also have Suzuki versus Pillman Jr. Let's go about that one. That'll be next time. Of course, I might also do a State of the Universe before then because it will be entering 2022, and I kind of want to see the champions and shit for other shows. I haven't checked that, so that'll be interesting. Maybe I'll see you then.